JoJo from Jersey, all right, meaning Jersey. Welcome to the show. It's really great to have you here. So let's just jump right into it. Please do me a favor. Tell my audience who may not be familiar with you, and if you're not, I certainly recommend that you check her out. She's like a YouTube sensation, a TikToker, a Twitter sensation, just a massive sensation. So tell them a little bit about your work. Tell them a little about yourself. And more importantly, really like what inspired you to get into political commentary?
Well, I do live in New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey. I've traveled all over the world, but I love my state, my garden state. And so my reality is that I'm a mom. I'm a mom in the suburbs. I did go to school and majored in politics, but I got derailed. And so it wasn't a career that ended up being something that I did. But where this all started was the escalator ride, really, and Donald Trump descending that escalator and then saying what he said about Mexicans. And I was like, okay, this is a joke. Clearly Republicans, which I thought, still existed at the time, are going to stand up and speak out and disavow this. And when that didn't really happen, and then the next line, and then the next line, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so wrong. He's so wrong. Someone has to stand up. And then the Access Hollywood tape. And then, of course, we all know what happened. And I had told my kids, I take them to vote with me. I had told them the night before the election, when they voted, but when I tucked them into bed, that they'd wake up to the first woman president-elect, and it was going to be historic, and that right would prevail, and all good things would happen. And then what, of course, happened? My son woke up and found me on the bathroom floor, wiping away my tears. And he said, Mom, you said this wouldn't happen. You said the good guys would prevail. How did this happen? And I had no answer. So I set out on a quest. I made a promise to myself in that moment that I was going to do whatever it took to make that right, so that I didn't have to explain how right didn't prevail to my kids, because it would prevail. And so that really where it started. And I was like, well, I can't go to Facebook because my town is all MAGA and everybody on Facebook is MAGA. So I was like, what's this Twitter thing all about? And I found my voice. I found my people. I found like-mindedness, and I felt empowered by that. My life has really never been the same since, just completely changed.
Yeah, except somehow or another, you did what a lot of people cannot do. And that is you really developed a following off of your political commentary. See, it's one thing if you have your own television show on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, wherever, Newsmax, OAN. It's another thing to just basically put yourself out there and develop this really massive following that you really have. So I'm kind of like not just impressed. It's more like trying to explain to my audience, how do you do something like that? I mean, for example, on X, on former Twitter, you're just shy of like 1 million followers. Mm-hmm. That's pretty fantastic considering, I mean, I'm in the 600,000 and I'm on television basically every single day. I went to prison, right? Working as the former personal attorney to the president, and thank God, former president. That's really some feat.
Thanks. I think honestly, what it is I tweet a lot, but that's another thing. I think it's just that I'm myself. And I have no other voice. This is the voice I have. This is my reality. This is my existence. I'm a suburban mom who swears a lot and very snarky, very sassy. I'm so inappropriate all the time. But I really, 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 really care about this democracy for myself and for my kids. Like that why is so important to me. And I hope that translates into what I put out there in terms of my tweets and videos and all the things. It's true. It comes from my true, authentic self and my heart.
And who's the most recognizable name in terms of followers of JoJo from Jersey?
Well, I guess it'd be Mark Hamill, probably.
Yeah, I got Mark Hamill. I got Mark Hamill too. I like it when and then I'll always comment back. It's nice to know that the force is on my side.
Right? Yeah. I mean, well, let's see. There was somebody recently that I was like, oh my God, I had no idea that person followed me, but I can't remember who it is now. I'm always surprised because I never know until all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know he followed me. But Mark Hamill.
Yeah, you know who actually follows me? I was very surprised. John Cena. And I was like, oh shit, that's great. Let me try to get him. But he doesn't talk politics, which, to be honest with you, kind of confuses me as to why he does follow me, because all of his posts are about movies or about social issues, not about the political arena and what's going on, which I just find interesting.
Yeah, I think his politics. I've gotten little glimpses of it in different things he's done